Anointing that cannot help you from the altar cannot help you outside the altar. That is why the best time for your problem to be addressed is from the altar. If a man is unable to help you whilst he's on the altar, there is no special anointing in the office of the man that can help you. I've always told people, there are people, no matter how you preach, no matter how the Lord manifests himself in the environment, they still want the man of God to speak to them one-on-one. Until the man of God speak to them one-on-one, they are not satisfied. But I want you to understand something, that one of the things that people are failing to understand is that there is an anointing from the altar that can transform your life. And if that anointing on the man of God when he was ministering is not able to change you, the anointing in the office will not help you. So the best time to connect to the man of God and to the prophet is when the prophet is on the altar. Whilst he was yet speaking, the power of God was available to heal the sick. Not when he was done, whilst he was yet speaking. So the best time to connect is when the man is still speaking. Whilst he was yet speaking, the power of God was available to heal the sick. Sir, whilst Jesus was yet speaking, the time we are yet speaking on the altar is the best time for the sicknesses to go. It is the best time for your problem to be cured. It is the best time for your solution to be given. And it is the best time for you to receive an answer to that problem you are going through. You do not have to wait for the man to be done and you now meet him one-on-one. No, sir. The best time is when the man is on the altar, because from the altar is where God glorifies himself. From the altar is where God exalts himself. And from the altar is where God manifests his glory. So there are people that receive their prophetic words from the altar. There are several times I finished preaching and somebody will tell me that, you know what, man of God, the message was my message. Now, the wise people said this was my message. But those who are not wise felt like you were actually attacking them. Why attack a man from the altar? Because the altar is not a place where we used to attack people. It is actually a place of transformation. So there are most of the times you will be done. Those who are wise and mature will tell you that, prophet, today's message, the Lord was speaking to me. I was the one the Lord spoke to. Somebody will say, today's message was my message. Thank you for preaching that message. And there are other people too. When you are done, they say you attack them. Different group of people. Sir, the time we are preaching at the altar was actually the time the Lord was speaking to you. God will never speak better than when we are at the altar. There is no prophetic anointing higher in the office of the prophet than the altar of the prophet. The breakthrough happens at the altar. The miracles happens at the altar. The testimonies are birthed at the altar. So the best time to actually hear and feel God is when God is at the altar.